Hey everybody, welcome back to Timberborn, Neo Olympus. Um, if you're new to the channel, my name's Coach LB. Yeah, I'm a strength and conditioning coach, which I play games as part of what I like to do to relax. Um, that's where the coach comes from. So it is cycle 28, day 3. We have pretty much flown through a whole nother cycle since the last video. And as you can see, I actually just got to well-being 12, which is great. And dropped back down to 10, of course, because, it just peaked. The average is 10. As you can see, our downtown district is growing a little bit. We're getting a little bit bigger. But if you look at my resources, our food is topped out. Our wood is topped out. And we have a lot of resources. So, yeah, I'm trying to max my population out or get my population a lot higher because we're getting ready to start building the mine. And once the mine comes online, I need 10 beavers to run inside of it. So I need more beavers. We've hit 56 plus 8. What's that? 64. We've hit 64, which is our max that we've had so far. And we're growing even larger. If you notice, I installed more breeding pods so we can get this population up and running at light speed. Also, where I put in that new farming area in the end of the last episode, it's working pretty well. I'm pretty sure we're full on kohlrabies. So I think I need to make some more storage for kohlrabies. But, we got some time to kill while we're waiting on population to grow. So once something of interest happens, I'll probably be back. We've also started storing wood over here for another project that's going to be over there. There's a couple things that needs to still get done. I started filling this up with clean water. I am going to stop it before it floods where our mine is going to be. But I figured maybe put a little bit in here just to see, make sure this is working properly. And then see how that goes. But yeah, that's working pretty good. And it's filling up faster than I thought it would. So we are going to take that to close and leave that as a small pond. Once they get the roof on this, then we'll and we start putting up the rest of everything. I'm waiting for them to get the roof on first, and then we can start filling in the rest of it to make sure it's all waterproof and sealed tight. And once we get there, it'll be pretty easy going from there for the mine. Well, it is cycle 29, day 2, and we are easily sustaining our population of 87 beavers. We're getting up there. I got 8 with no job. That's just because I'm waiting. I don't want to put them to work when I'm going to send them right to the mines as soon as the mine opens up. Should almost be done. Cool. My new large warehouse for kohlrabi. Because as you can see, I didn't have enough storage for kohlrabi. So, yeah, built a large warehouse over here. So now they just have to transport it. And it looks like almost all of the impermeable floors are in. Oh, we just need them to actually finish building the mine. Looks like all of the materials are there. So Just need them to finish building it, and it'll be ready to go. And since we have 8 beavers, we will set it to 8. This is working out pretty good. We're making good time. Oh, there it is. It's the mine is open for business. And I will now change the priorities on these. And these need to be set to, the gears need to set to obtain. So haulers will bring them from, and the treated planks bring them from other warehouses. And the scrap metal I want to set to supply. And the reason these are here is so that when the mine workers come to get this stuff to take into the mine or bring it out, they're not going all the way to wherever we have it stored, because the haulers can do that. The haulers can do that easily and actually move those things. That way our mine workers don't lose a whole lot of time traveling across the map. So they will be taking care of that. And I really don't need these piles anymore, but I'm going to leave them because we're topped out on logs at the moment. Downtown is growing, which is good. It's how we want it. I actually ran into an issue where I had some homeless beavers, and I was like, oh man, let me continue building our downtown residences, because that is quite important. So our fermenters are going. One's doing fermented cassavas, and the other one's doing fermented mushrooms. Our food is still up there. A lot of that is emergency rations of berries, but we're still doing good. 800 kohlrabis. So everything's going good. We're working pretty well. I'm going to wait till our gear storage gets back up, and then I did a thing. I unlocked the bad water discharge because we're going to need power, and we're going to need unlimited power, because you know that's one of the things that happens with the bad water discharge for the iron teeth. It runs even during droughts, which means unlimited power. But to do that, we need to get these discharges in place, drain this out, and build our power cycling machine, which is going to take a lot of this area. It's going to be a lot of blasting. So I at least unlocked them and to get ready for it. And I've got logs over here. I'm probably going to need to put some planks over here as well, because it's just, it takes it's going to take a lot of logs and planks to build everything. The other thing is I am actually getting ready to put in 2 other things. We're getting ready to get our excavator, because our excavator will give us dirt so we can expand some of these areas like this. I want to fill in this entire area here all the way up to the same level as the other trees. That way they give us more forestry, and it won't be affected by the bad tides. It'll give us more lumber. The other thing I need with the excavator is I need the dirt, not just to fill that in, but I also want to start working on our our bad water, uh, our bad water redirection system, I guess is the best way to put it. I've made this before, or I made this recently in my test world, and it takes a ton of wood, and it would just be way easier to mitigate some of the wood it requires for the levees to use, to just use dirt blocks and build it. And it's going to take some time. It's not something that, like, the apparatus I built is no way in any shape or form anything that is an overnight project. It's going to take quite a while to do. But I like it. I like how it works. And I think it'll be good. So I'm still working on it in my test world that I'm running for this, because I'm just trying to do some other things with it and make it feel a little bit cooler on how the design is and how it actually flows out the regular water, the good water. And we'll see how that works out, how I end up doing it at the end. But yeah, that's something for future. And we got a drought on the way. Yep. So I'm just going to get back to it and giving you an update on what's going on. We haven't built anything so far. And well, we haven't built anything. We've just finished our projects, which it looks like the impermeable floor is in. Now the only thing I need to do is actually do all of the rest of the waterproofing, so I can open this up to get clean water in here. Because as you can see, our clean water has flown the coop. Can let some more in here. But man, those bad tides and droughts do a number on it. But it'll be different once this thing is full. But look how that's filling. That's just nice. Well, I'm going to close this for now because I don't want it to overfill, even though there's only a day left. And I'm going to get back to work on finishing this up and getting everything set up for this being completely waterproof. Well, it is cycle 30, day 7. Another drought is inbound, and we are almost finished sealing up our mine entrance. I started letting the water in, and of course it wasn't long enough to actually get anywhere near filling this. Because 7 days of water. Yeah, that's kind of how that goes. Speaking of water, our water actually dipped down quite a bit. I was on pins and needles because I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure about how well things were going to go. So I quickly made 4 more pumps. So we're up to a total of 16 pumps. And hopefully soon we will start distributing water between different districts or different basins to manage this. But right now I'm just going to keep pumping out of this one because it's large, and with so much clean water in this one, and then once I can level out the height on this one to get it up higher, we should be able to pump water out of all of these and make them clean. Although this one is also going to need a bad water diversion system because of course there's water sources in here. So the bad water diversion system for this one is going to be on hold for just a little bit because it takes a while to build them, especially when they're all underwater, because you can't just go into the water to risk contamination to make the diversion system. And like I said, because they're all underwater and the wood cost is going to be enormous if I try and build it out of wood, I'm going to build my excavator first. It's looking like I might need another fermenter to supplement my mushrooms. Well, it is cycle day, or cycle. Well, it's cycle 30, day 16. Things are going well. It's slow going. We're up to 119 beavers. And like right now I have 9 without jobs. Beavers are getting injured left and right because, you know, mine work and labor. So what I'm doing right now is setting up for more labor. But this is easy stuff. So we're going to take this, we're going to put another farmhouse here, flip, and then we're going to put another water a fluid dump there for water, and of course extreme priority on these so they get built quickly. And then we are going to plant more crops. And why am I under? Yeah, well, I don't know why I was under that. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do cassavas, more cassavas. Yeah, we're going to do some more cassavas, and we're going to tread into soybeans here. Of course, soybeans are going to need fermenter as well, but I've also taken care of this with this monstrosity here. This will give us 3 more fermenters, and actually I plan on taking these fermenters out of the equation, at least pausing them, and if I need to, I can go back to them after these 3 are built. But I figured put these closer to where the crops are going to come from, and that might help. Because while we have enough food to sustain this population right now, I don't like it being at that low. So we just need more crops. And I'm pretty sure soybeans have a better, I don't know if it's called saturation or satiation in this game, but it's a more nutritious crop, I believe. So it will sustain them for a little bit longer. So that's our goal right now. Oh man. 14 beavers with nothing to do. Gears, gears, gears. So that's where we're sitting. As you can see, it's still growing, which is good. Let's see, right now they're at 12. I have one more major upgrade, a couple more major upgrades to this area that I could probably do right now, and it won't be too devastating to my resources to do them. Right now, I'm just not, my smelter is just not keeping up with the needs of creating metal blocks. Oh, Oh, we hit well-being 13 while I was looking at all that. Unconnected buildings 2. So the injuries. So wet fur would easily get us there, but there's a problem with wet fur. When all of your areas are contaminated, you have to pump in water to a swimming pool or a shower so they can use it. But showers might actually be a good way to combat that. I'll think about that. The fermented soybeans should help us. Corn rations, eggplant rations, algae rations. A lot of these things need another factory, which still is going to need more people. So, yeah, I have a couple plans on how to increase the well-being, which, higher well-being also gives them the boost. Because right now it's plus 20% to work, plus 15% to movement, and plus 20% to life expectancy. I would really love to increase those, at least for the movement and the work. Oh, that's why it's unconnected. Cool. Now they'll start working tomorrow. And I've moved my medical bed, so now I have the hospital wings on the sides. So we have 2 levels right now of hospital beds. I may do a 3rd level. I'm not 100% sure yet. I have to remember what the layout is, because this layout is actually different than the one I was planning. It's bigger, which bigger is fun. So I'm going to go ahead and do some more magic with some other things for well-being, and I'll get back. Wow. So they finally finished clearing out all of this. Well, goodbye, scavenger hut. But we don't need that anymore. We are pretty full on we're pretty full on scrap metal. And I got 10 beavers with nothing to do. Well, gears, metal blocks, gears, treated planks, metal blocks. So I made an oopsie. Yeah, I forgot that to make fermented soybeans you need canola oil. Yeah. So we're going to let these soybeans grow, and then we're just going to store them. And then we're going to change these all back to cassavas. Yep. Because, yeah, we can produce fermented cassavas. So I'm going to set this one to mushrooms for the time being, temporarily. Because we have more mushrooms than we're fermenting at a speed we can ferment them. That also means I need to change this to none, so I can, well, actually, if I leave it on soybeans, that means they'll pull the soybean ones first. And I can blow up this because I'm just clearing out room. Make sure no beavers get caught in the blast. Yep, we don't want any more incidents. So, yep, that was a mistake on my part. And I feel silly because I like should have realized that, because yeah, you need canola oil, and the steady influx of canola oil is another reason I'm not looking at going to bots yet, because you need canola oil for grease as well if you want to make the bots run better and last longer, besides just the control towers. So I am trying to very steadily work my way through the progressions. Ah, they finished it. Finished my mine entrance. I feel like it could use a couple more decorations, but that looks good for right now. All right, it's cycle 31, day 11. Our bad tide just started, which is 24 days. It's pretty long, but this beauty is now going, or it will be. Pause. Yeah, I knew there was something else I was forgetting. So this is going to have to wait till the next one, but we can at least set it up right now. So here we go. Power. Yeah. And then it's underwater. Centrifuge. Yeah. We're going to need extract. I knew there was a reason I was holding off on that. I forgot we need extract for that. So we at least have our excavator built, which we're still going to need extract to power it, but that's fine. There's a whole nother reason why I was clearing this out, and it has to do with moving facilities and factories. So we will get to this in the next video to get this centrifuge and this other engine built, and then after that I'm gonna take a cycle or maybe two to rebuild some of my resources, because my gears and planks are gone. I'm running off of fumes. So with that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I know it was a lot of slowness and a lot of not really exciting things going on, but this is the price we pay. I mean, we finished our mine, and there is water in there. There's some water in there during the last wet season. We got it up to here, so it's just going to take a while. And I also paused. One of the things was I paused the building of this because I wanted to get some of my resources up, because it uses a lot of gears and a lot of metal blocks, and I don't have the resources to actually be building this right now. So with that being said, thanks for coming out and watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.